What's cracking YouTube? It's your boy though. Finally back with another YouTube video reaction, commentary, whatever we want to call this. But man, I gotta get something off my chest, bro. I've been watching the NBA stuff for a couple months while I've been saying getting my mental right, getting my health and stuff in order. I've been sitting back watching everything happen during the summer. And this Shaq situation is, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of bothering me because as somebody that grew up, favorite player was LeBron and Shaq. Like Shaq was, I wouldn't say my everything because obviously a LeBron fan, but Shaq was the most dominant player I ever seen in my life. Like I was talking to my dad the other day. Like I remember that dunk he did on what was old boy name? I forgot his name, and he pushed him. That's one of my favorite plays ever. So Shaq is something close to my heart in this basketball world. And to see him beefing and art and going back and forth with one of my favorite young players and stuff like that, it made me like it's like it makes me like upset because Shaq is doing everything the wrong way. Even though he thinks he's doing it the best way possible, I feel like he's doing everything wrong. So I want to play this clip right here for y'all, and then we going to talk about what Shaq's been doing because it's been kind of lame lately. And we got to call him out. No cap. I got to call him out. The old heads is not doing it right.
Protect us and, you do good. Obviously they're supposed to, criticize us, we're basketball players, but when it comes to like personal stuff, I think there's a level of like respect they should have. Even Shaq, like when I was dealing, with everything going on, I actually messaged him and he put it out, and I was like, all right, but I'm like, Shaq,
you sent him a DM?
Yeah, I DM'd him. I was like, why are you saying this if you don't even know the story? Because he always wants to say like, yo, we're LSU brothers, you're my brother, all this, that. If you're my LSU brother, you would have reached out by now. It's been months since I've been doing this. You ain't reach out once and say, hey, you okay? Like, what's going on? I have a platform to kind of like protect us.
So this is where Ben Simmons was like, I guess they cut out the little part of, he kind of like, he said the OG's kind of hating, but I guess they didn't have that part in there, and I can't really find it in the other clips. But that's what he's saying. You calling me your brother on the camera, doing this podcast and TNT shit, but you're not back in the field putting me on. You're not giving me advice. You're not giving me tips. You saying baseless shit like get in the gym. That's like my fat friend telling me I wanna start getting in shape. How I do it? Get in the gym. Get in the gym. Do what? A lot of people, you see Planet Fitness, they go to the gym and they still don't lose weight. Planet Fitness bring pizza in the gym. Planet Fitness bring donuts in the gym. You just can't tell somebody go to the gym. You got to be specific, and if you're gonna be the OG, you gotta keep it real and give them advice. So this is the other clip of Shaq.
So he says he did not know it was Trey at the time. All he saw was a jersey. So he said yes, he should have punched it in. He was wrong for that. He didn't realize it was Trey. He said he was doing a spin move, and all he could see was jersey. He did not see who he was guarding. He went on to say, yes, go ahead, Shaquille.
Okay. Spice knows this. That's an excuse. I don't give a damn if Michael Jordan is on your back. I don't give a damn if T-Mac with Yao Ming and me is on your back. You throw it down. It's the playoffs. We're trying to advance. I don't want to hear that. Listen, yeah. I don't want to hear no excuses. You're 6'9", you're one of the strongest guys in the league. You can overpower little guys, and you're compatible and maybe equal to some of these big guys because there's only one real big guy in the league. Guess what? He's on your team. He's on your team.
That's true. Joel was on your team. You're right.
Atlanta Hawks ain't got no big physical guys, so I don't want to hear that excuse.
I mean, I agree. I think it was an excuse. I think he said it was an excuse.
You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool me. And Spice will tell you this, even through the helmet. When you on the line, eyes don't lie, Michelle. I don't give a damn what you talking about when you get behind the microphone talking to me. Your eyes don't lie. That man was terrified because I was at that game. That man was scared.
Well, he invited you and all the rest of the critics to come watch game tape with him so he could break it down for you.
No, I don't need to watch game tape.
Okay. So while I do
whole
this,
selfishness
pause that. Shaq, you didn't watch the podcast. He admitted that was terrible. He said when you look back at that, that was fucking trash. He said, bruh, Shaq, he said he should have dunked it. He said he thought he made a good read, but it was obviously the wrong read. He admitted that. Yes, it could be an excuse that little ass Trey Young is on him and he's underneath the basket, which I don't. That the position it was kind of ass on that one. So when I look back at it, the position it kind of ass, but he still should have went up on it. He admitted that. I give him that. He says it looks terrible. He should have dunked it. He admitted that. There's no point of even talking about. After that, it's like, okay, I accept it. He said it. It's over with. That was like to be like, oh, it's an excuse. Da da da. Do we have to bring up some of the times that like you got bullied and blocked on? Like, didn't Nate Robinson block you or something like that? Like, let's be for real. And then you're talking about, then y'all, I don't know what's up with this hate for Tommy. Everybody hates Tommy. Like, I watch everybody else's reactions and they're talking bad about Tommy. What the fuck did Tommy do to y'all?
And this message to the guy who brought my name up. Shut your face up, little man, because we still don't know who you are. JJ Redick's partner. Oh, Shaq and Charles.
I was going to say his partner. I don't know what his name is. I just said JJ's partner.
Oh, Shaq and Charles. Hey, man, let me tell you something. I'm always say what I say, and I'm always give guys constructive criticism to help them get to the next level.
And that is why I'm making this video. This is why I'm making this video. That last quote, they cut out the part where she was like, oh, they're coddling him. JJ and the people is coddling him, and they should have went at him. You should have went at Shaq for capping his ass off. Nichelle Turner, you should have went at him for capping his ass off, acting like he not a fucking hater. And Shaq, you one of my favorite players ever. I love watching you growing up. But to see you go out, you've been going out bad when you talk about players lately. And it's getting real sad. And for your co-host on this show to coddle you, like y'all say JJ Redick and these other people coddle Ben, and coddle you and let you act like you're some moral high ground type of person when either your mother calls you a bully, talking about constructive criticism. I got a list of people you was talking crazy about. A list of people, Shaq. And I'm just saying this because she said that they coddled him, but you're coddling a liar. He's lying. He's lying right now. I give people constructive. Do I need to pull it up? Do I have to name names? Let me name names. It's a list of names I got. You hated on Donovan Mitchell. You said he was a top 5 in his position. You don't watch basketball, Shaq. Let's keep it a beat. You don't watch basketball. You do not watch basketball if you think Donovan Mitchell is not top 5 in his fucking position, Shaq. You don't watch basketball. You look basketball through the lens of a person who didn't even work hard. You didn't work hard. And you telling other players how to work hard. How are you going to tell somebody else what to do when you never did it? That's like me telling somebody how to be a billionaire and I'm not even a billionaire. How the fuck are you going to tell me that? You went at McGee. McGee won rings. McGee is still a starter at his old age. He's still producing. He's still doing his thing. You did him bad. You did him bad. You ain't give him constructive criticism. You ain't give him advice. You gave him abuse. You a bully. Dwight Howard, a Hall of Famer, a champion, a fucking champion, one of the most dominant bigs we've seen. You did him bad. You tried to embarrass him. You started beef with him. You did that with Embiid too. You called Embiid soft. You was going hard on Embiid. Embiid still do the same shit you was critiquing him about. He still do the same shit you was critiquing him about. He still flop. He still wail his arms. He still fall on the floor like a little baby. He's still a little soft. You went at him about that. You obviously going on Ben Simmons, but you call him your brother. I can't call somebody my brother And then behind closed doors, I'm not hitting them up with the constructive criticism saying, hey man, let's get in the gym. Hey man, let's do this. Hey man, let's do that. You're not even doing that, bro. You're not even doing that. I got some names of your counterparts who's doing that though. I got some counterparts, some OGs who's really doing that, unlike you, Shaq. You just talk. Shaq, you're just a talker. You're just a talker. If we're gonna keep it a being and we're gonna talk about Colin and we're gonna keep it real, you're a talker. You ain't put no work in with none of these dudes that you talking about, and they still doing good. Unlike your other counterparts. But let me finish on all the other players that you was talking crazy about. You still disrespect Rudy Gobert and act like Rudy Gobert's a bum, but Ben Wallace was eating your food in the 2004 playoffs, and in the elimination game, he gave you 18 points, 22 rebounds, and 3 steals, outworked you, out-hustled you, and you got out-rebounded by Tayshaun Prince. So is we going to sit here and be like, and there's a clip of you say you've never been outworked, out-hustled before in a game. You said that. But I can't find the clips. I remember you said that. But you got out-rebounded by Tayshaun Prince. Ben Wallace out-rebounded you by 14 rebounds in the elimination game. In the elimination game, he out-rebounded you by 14. You had 2 more points than Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace averaged 8 points a game in his prime. Averaged 8 points a game in his prime. Is we serious? And he gave you 18 and 22? If we gonna keep it real and keep it a being, that's what we gonna do. Gobert would have ate your food too. If we gonna be for real, if he was on the Pistons, he would have did just as good. He's giving up 15 to 15 now. 15, 3 blocks. Let's not do this. Then you said Luka. Luka, that's the craziest one to me. Luka, are you serious? You talked about Luka? You said Bradley Beal and Westbrook was better than Luka? Are we serious right now? I don't even want to go into that. Then you got Steve Nash. You said Steve Nash doesn't even deserve his MVPs. That's so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful. Then we got Kobe. Oh, let me pull up the Kobe clip. Let me pull up the Kobe clip. This is Kobe. R.I.P. Bean. Look at this. Let's play this clip.
All that stuff was frustrating.
Let's play this.
Phil will come to me and say, there was a year there in 2003 where I had 40 points in 9 straight games. Right? Shaq was out. It was a toe thing. So Phil comes to me before the stretch and says, Kobe, we need you to take over the offense. I'm like, all right, cool. So that literally—
Say no more.
I got it. Fine. I got it. So that literally started the streak of 40 straight games, 40 points in 9 straight games. Shaq comes back from injury, and Phil goes, I still continue to do it, right? And then Phil calls me to his office, goes, hey, we're starting to lose the big fella. What do you mean? Well, he's not getting the attention. This 40-point streak is starting to kind of take away his fire to prove something, right? So I need you to start dialing it back. I'm like, what? He says, we're going to lose him, and we need him in June. Okay. All right. You have a game against the Clippers. I think I like 38 or something like that. And I had a chance to score 40 again. It was a blowout game. I dumped the ball in the Shaq instead of shooting a wide open shot. The 40-point streak ended that night.
Wow.
That was it. And that's inside stuff that people don't know.
Right.
That's Shaq. That's the person Shaq is. Shaq sits here on this moral high horse because everybody's scared to call you out for the bullshit. And then when we call you out for your bullshit, you threaten people. You resort to violence. You want to fight and knock. You want to say you gonna knock somebody out. That's Kobe keeping it real, saying how you was a hater. It's another clip of you responding to what Kobe said. Let me play that real quick. Let's play that real quick. I want to see your intro, buddy.
Beef and then became friends. And Kobe's a really interesting entrepreneur in his own right. He's doing a lot with tech investing. He did an interview just the other day where he was talking about your work ethic in basketball. He said if the work ethic had been higher, you could have been even better. We could have won even more rings. I thought that was interesting if you apply that to business. So what do you make of that?
Make of what?
His comments on your work ethic.
Whose comments?
Kobe's.
Was he saying that to me, or was he saying that to all the statues that I have in front of the Staples Center? Because he wasn't talking to me.
Do you watch what he's doing in business?
No, of course not. Never. My work ethics, speaks for itself. Good thing about me is I did it my way. My way has been very, very effective on and off the court, and people have to stay relevant somehow. But we're here talking about positive stuff, getting people jobs, help getting people extra income. I don't buy into any of that.
So this coming
3 Finals MVPs, 4 rings, not bad for a guy who didn't work out.
Okay, that's Shaq. That's you again. You called Kobe. You called Kobe irrelevant, bruh. Are we fucking for real? Shaq, you're my guy, but we gotta keep it a bean. What the fuck are you talking about? You were lazy. You did not take no accountability for the shit you did. We sitting here talking about Ben Simmons ain't taking accountability. You is the one you the only NBA player, all-time great, that we have to sit here and say he wasn't a hard worker and da. You sometimes be like, yeah, I wasn't a hard worker, but then when it comes out of the mouth of somebody else, I got 3 finals MVPs, 4 rings, I got statues, and all this from not working hard. That's what you say. That's what you say. Are you serious? So when somebody says something about you, you get mad, you get defensive, you call Kobe irrelevant. This is what he need to do to get his publicity. But when you said it's supposed to we supposed to sweep it under the rug. But when anybody else said it's a problem, he start describing. That's like when Ben said, y'all talk about I can't shoot, but I'm the best defender in the league. I'm doing this. I'm one of the best playmakers. I'm top 5 in assists every year. But we be like, that's an excuse. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Shaq, you got to stop doing that. Is my Yeti working? Yes, it is. But Shaq, that is lame. That is disgusting. That is just so trifling coming from an all-time great that you are. Then you already hated on Penny Hardaway. We already know that story. You hated on Stan Van Gundy because he did the same shit you did to Embiid. This shit is crazy. You do the same shit to Embiid, but when Stan Van Gundy did it to you, you got beef, you want to fight. This shit is so hypocritical, bro. And I love Shaq, but he has to be called out. Stan Van Gundy called you soft and said you was flopping and you was doing all this, and you got mad. You got real mad, defensive and sensitive, man. I can't even, bruh. Shaq, I can't defend you, bruh. And then you always talking about Anthony Davis, you and Charles. Y'all talk about Anthony Davis bad. So I don't even want to hear nothing. Kevin Durant, you said Kevin Durant, called Shaq and KD did call y'all former haters and stuff, and you agreed, and you said, you instead of being like, yeah, damn, the OGs is like, we doing a little too much, we hating on these little dudes too much, we should embrace them. Instead of saying that, you said, yeah, we get petty. You called us a hater, yeah, we get petty. We get petty. It's like you champion it. Yeah. We be hating. Yeah, that's what you do. This is like Dave Chappelle's hater ball. But you said this is constructive criticism. This is what takes the players to the next level. But when they call you a hater, you say, yeah, we get petty. That's what you did. And I'm looking at this behind the scenes. I'm just like, damn, you already went in on James Harden. And this is all, I'm done talking about all the people you done disrespected, talked bad about. It's many clips of you being sensitive. But Shaq, to sit here on TV and your co-host coddling you, just like how y'all say these reporters and these podcasters is coddling other players, they coddling you. Nichelle, you don't even know the backstory on Shaq. Shaq is a hating ass nigga. Shaq is a sensitive ass nigga. Shaq is is not somebody who should be on this moral high ground. Shaq think just because he one of the all-time greats that he can just do what he want. These other players, it's other players. Kareem was doing it. Kareem out here he was out here working with players. He was out here working with WNBA players. He was on WNBA teams helping them with they work, that ball work, bro. Like, come on. You had Hakeem out here working with Bron, Kobe, Dwight. He out here working with Sengun. He out here in the field. He not doing this lip service on this big podcast with Shaq and Michelle Turner and Spice Adams who ain't talking. Hakeem in the field. Kareem was in the field. Bill Russell was in the field. Kobe was in the field with Booker, with Tatum, with DeMar DeRozan. He was out there in the field getting lit. Instead of doing this lip service you doing, like Ben Simmons said. If we being completely honest, these other NBA older OGs is out here working with these dudes instead of sitting on a podcast talking about these dudes bad. This some shit I would expect from Charles Barkley. Somebody that didn't win nothing. Even though he was a great player, he didn't win nothing. Shaq, you won something. If you want to teach somebody by some mistakes, get in the field with them and work on them. What are we doing talking here? You didn't embrace Dwight. Dwight looked up to you. And you did him bad. You did him bad. Nobody should listen to you, Shaq. That's why Durant going at you and Charles Barkley. Because you're not that. You need to stay in your hating ass lane with Charles Barkley. But don't sit here and be like, I'm not a hater. I give constructive criticism to the players and they take it my advice. What advice have you given? Nobody's taking your advice. Donovan Mitchell, look, somebody bring up Shaq, Donovan Mitchell don't even want to talk about it. Man, we don't give a fuck about Shaq. Nobody's taking your advice. You have put nobody on. Joel Embiid, you think you did something with Joel Embiid? Embiid doing the same shit that he been doing. Averaging 29 a game for the past 4 years. Acting like he did something brand new. This nigga doing the same shit. Shaq, you gotta look in the mirror and stop acting like you some high guy up there. And Michelle Turner, for you to call out other people and say people are calling other players and they soft and all this, you need to check Shaq and go do some research on these other dudes and realize that these dudes are cap artists and haters. And Spice Adams, he didn't even say nothing. I ain't got nothing to say to Spice. But Shaq, this was very disappointing in you. I'm very disappointed, even though, I'm just a little YouTuber with 2,000 subs. Who am I to be disappointed in Shaquille O'Neal? But to see my idol, not my idol, but somebody I looked up to in this basketball community, like being so disrespectful to the youngins coming up, I can't tolerate it. I cannot tolerate it. I cannot tolerate it. We can't be like, oh, these dudes are sensitive. We not in the day where you can just see a newspaper and go on with your day. We got these bitches buzz. These bitches buzz all day. Every time somebody say something about you, it's buzzing all day. All day. This just don't read the paper and put it down. This phone buzz every 20 seconds all day, Shaq. This is a different age. For real. And I'm going to just I kept it real for my little 20 minutes. I'm getting tired talking about this. But Shaq, you need to look in the mirror. You need to reevaluate what you're doing. Because it's real OGs that was out here putting that work in with these players. Kobe did it. Hakeem did it. Kareem did it. Bill Russell did it. All these other OGs did it. Except you and Charles. Y'all just sit here, eat your bonbons and your donuts, and y'all talk crazy about other players, and y'all don't do anything to better the situation. Y'all don't. And it's sad at what you 50-something years old? You're 50-something years old going back and forth with a youngin', and you're not even, even like pulling them to the side and be like, what's good, what's good. Even Ben said that besides the time he had to DM you, you was doing all these talks on these shows. You on TNT, After Night, on your podcast, doing all this, but you never reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? You never reached out to him, so I can't tolerate the cap and the fakeness. Don't call somebody your bro if you're not gonna put him on. And it's just that simple. Kobe ain't calling DeMar DeRozan his youngin and not working with him. You know what I'm saying? Hakeem wasn't calling Dwight and them his youngins and wasn't in the field with them. There's videos of that. MJ was out here. He still sometimes come out here with the youngins. CP3 go out there with the youngins. Paul George is out here with the youngins. And Shaq, for somebody like you to be doing this is disappointing, bro. But that's all I gotta say. I had to come out my hiatus for that. I'm coming back. I'm going stronger than ever. It's some good things coming up with this YouTube channel, and just be ready for that, man. But YouTube, like I did this video, I'm out of here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip.